from education to health to wellness to even issues on social justice. We not only talk about issues, but it's a space and forum where issues meet solutions. Welcome to the living room. Who's your Who's Who community leader of the week? Hello, and welcome to the living room. I'm your host, Shanna. A few days ago, history was made by African American women in media. Viola Davis was the first African American to win an Emmy in the category of Best Actress in a Drama. She boldly stated that the only thing that separates us is opportunity. Today, I welcome Makeba Green, young leader, trailblazer in media, who has stepped out on the skinny branch to promote positive social change for other women who have a dream to be in media. Today, I'm here with Makeba Green, innovative, creative entrepreneur in media. Hey Makeba, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm good. So tell me how you got started with an interest in media.
Okay, well I went to Arts High School, which is a performing arts school. So my major arts was TV production. So ever since then I knew that media was for me ultimately.
Okay, now I read your bio, you sent your bio, and I saw something in there about photography and taking pictures. So when did that love for photography actually start?
Okay, so when I was in kindergarten, my parents had signed me up for photography classes.
Okay.
And then ever since then, I love to do photos, like human interest photos, weddings, networking events, you name it. But really about human interest photos.
Okay, so would you say that your interest in photography led you down that path to being interested in pursuing media?
Absolutely. I think being a photographer opened up a lot of doors for me that I think they would have been open, but they probably would have took longer.
Okay. So, when you talk about photography in kindergarten, your face just lit up. Like, what was your most memorable moment, being young, camera in front of you, that said, hey, this is a picture, I want to take it and show it to everyone?
So for me, it was at camp. Because my parents, although I was in kindergarten, I started out with overnight camps. So I got a chance to take pictures of all my friends, the bugs. I love bugs. I'm a huge insect lover. Okay. So I got a chance to, take pictures of worms. And I know it may sound strange, but it was interesting to me.
Yeah.
And that's.
I'm not a bug person. I don't think I'm a bug person. I have to ask some of my friends.
Yeah.
My experience with bugs. But okay. Yeah. So again, as you've grown from that experience as a child to where you are now as a woman in media, what challenges have you faced in the media industry in your pursuit of your dreams?
Okay. So one of the challenges that I'm currently facing is the fact that I'm young, and then also the fact that I'm an African American woman. Because I noticed that if I were to tell my story and I was a different color, obviously I would get more media attention. It would be quicker. So that's something that I constantly face, and I'm aware of that. So for example, when I was little, I wanted to be a model.
Okay.
And I remember my mom, she submitted my headshot. And at the time, my hair, it was kinky and a little rough. And the person from Limited 2 said, oh, well, we can't have your daughter until she straightens her hair.
Okay.
And that's something that, I still go through to this day, the way that I wear my hair, the style that I wear. So it's an ongoing process.
Right. And it's, it's really interesting you made that correlation of an experience that occurred, when you were younger, and that experience actually propelled you to continuing to pursue your vision. What strengthened you in that? What did you see in that gave you your drive to keep going?
What ultimately gave me my drive is my parents, because although despite everything that happened to me, every morning I was told that I was great and that I would succeed. And even on the bad days when I failed exams or when I was told, etc., I still had that morning motivation. Makeba, it's a new day. You're great. You're going to be a future doctor, lawyer, whatever you want to be. The world is yours. So every day from a young child, even still to this day, I'm 21 years old, I'm being told that.
Okay. So, that's really key. I think the motivation, the inspiration that we give to our youth, and not only to our youth, but just anyone who has a interest in pursuing whatever that dream may be. So what would you say to a young woman or a teenager or a child standing in front of you to give them that push?
Okay, I would say a few things. That in life, you're going to have a lot of people who aren't going to believe you, who aren't going to support you, but everything you do, you don't do it for them. Mm-hmm. And when you do something, you do it because it's the right thing to do. Regardless if you get a million no's, it's not about that. It's about the ability to keep on going. Because at one point in time, you're going to meet people who actually care and who believe in your mission. So.
Absolutely. So tell me about your most current project that you're working on. Okay.
So I have a few, but
give me a few. Give me a few. Let's start with, the one that's, it's coming. Yeah.
So on October 23rd, I'm hosting my second annual Black Women Trailblazers in Media. Mm-hmm. And I'm really excited about that because I'm basically, it's an event, but also a platform for African American women in media to talk about the issues that we face that no other, group of women face. Right. And also, it's in honor of one of my friends who also lost her life to suicide. Okay. And I think it's important, to always self-love and to always motivate other women.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm really looking forward to the event on October 23rd. I'm very excited about it. And again, I'm happy to be able to contribute as well. So again, as we talk about women in media, specifically Black women in media, what is your perception on really how Black women in media are treated, and what are some of the things you believe we can do collectively as Black women to transform that industry?
Okay. Mm-hmm. So that was a loaded question.
Yeah, it was, right? But I know you got it. You got it.
Yeah. So I think the first thing, ultimately, Black women in media, I think we're perceived as three different types. So either if I'm a Black woman and I wear something like a tight dress, then I'm perceived as, I'm trying too hard. Mm-hmm. But if I come dressed casual, then I'm not trying enough. Or I have to be, if I'm a strong Black woman, no man is going to date me. I'm considered as too much. So I think that's something that, all Black women have to face, because it's like you're either one or the other in the eyes of the media. But that's not the case, because you have a lot of positive Black women who are doing, wonderful things despite how they dress, despite how they look. I think something collectively we can all do is take the time to actually support each other. Right. So not just, it's nice to do a Facebook share, but I mean absolutely financially support. So say, for example, you have a women's group, there's 10 of us, let's all put together $100. Let's help take you to the next level. Because a lot of people get the definition of support wrong. Like, it's nice, you share my flyer, thank you. Right. But let me, at the end of the day, money is what makes the world go round. Right. We need money. Right. Compared to other communities, we have to collectively not be afraid to put our finances together.
Got it. And what I'm hearing you say is just, the importance of contribution.
Absolutely.
And contribution is key for us to collectively grow as Black women in media and just as people, in general.
And to make changes.
Yeah, absolutely. So in the area of contribution, and I know you're having a gala on October 23rd, it's coming. What are some of your other personal passions?
What do you mean? In terms of
outside of media?
So outside of media, I also have a nonprofit, and my business partner and I, Jamal, we're actually working on a business and leadership program for high school students as well as college students, because I think it's important for young people to understand and know what entrepreneurship is. See, I started my business at 13, so I got a chance to be told everything under the sun and some. Okay. So I think it's important, especially when you get fired from a job. It's nice to have a 9 to 5, but what happens when that job no longer wants you? Absolutely. What happens when you go to school for 4 years and you can't get employed? Right. So you always have to have a plan A, B, C, and D. Right. Literally, because life is always constantly changing.
Right. And we'll speak to Jamal in the next segment. Yes. But you've been busy.
Yeah.
So tell me about your entrepreneurial experience at 13.
Okay. So at the age of 13, I would say it's been a great ride. Like, I love my business. I love all the negative and positive experiences. I love the people who doubted me. And now that I'm 21 years old, it's like, wow, I should have listened to you.
Right.
But it's never about bitterness. I'm never bitter because without those people, I wouldn't have this extra push, this extra motivation. So I kind of in a way thank those people. Got it. Because if it wasn't for them, you know, I probably wouldn't go as hard as I did.
Right. So tell our viewers about this business at 13.
Okay.
Yeah.
The name of my business is called OMG Photography, which is a nonprofit organization.
Okay.
And I do photography, videography, as well as a business component.
Okay.
And also, I'm a newly author. I have 2 books out.
Oh, okay, great.
Yeah.
Tell us about the book.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the first book is called Successful Leaders of New Jersey. I interviewed like over 1,000 people throughout New Jersey to find out about their success stories.
Okay.
So for example, I interviewed like a McDonald's owner who used to make $7.25 an hour, and now she's a multimillionaire. Okay. So just different stories like that to make it sorry.
No, that's
okay. For young people to see how it is possible to achieve your dreams.
Right. Okay.
And the other book is called Entrepreneurship: The Best Job in the World, which is about business.
Okay. Yeah. Now, where can we purchase this book?
So you can go to my website, which is www.makebagreen.com.
Okay. Viewers, www.makebagreen.com. Yes. Okay. All right. Great. What is one piece of advice you'd like to share with the living room viewers? You know, we strive to promote positive social change and growth. And yes, we've made triumphs in media as African American women, but speaking from your experience to inspire others to be leaders just as you're a leader in our community, what piece of advice would you give our viewers?
Okay, so the piece of advice I would give the viewers is that anything you do, whether it be in media, whether it be for the community, you have to make sure it starts with the heart first. And that a dream is it's like a relationship. If you want it to progress, if you want to see, you know, be with someone for a lifetime, it's going to be building blocks. Sometimes you're not going to feel as motivated as you once did, but at the end of the day, you have to remind yourself that it's worth it, regardless of what the naysayers say, regardless of the lack of support you may have, because you're not doing it for anyone but yourself.
That's great. I like that. Lead with your heart. Thank you, Makeba.
Problem.
Yeah, and we'll be right back. Up next, we'll speak to Jamal Jarito, leader and entrepreneur.